with you guys?
I don't know.
How long have you
Do you want to read
How long have you been
those
creating
months?
content?
For me, I think yeah, it might be.
So I'm also guys planning to ask some questions, very few questions on dad creators, content creators. Kinship, this one's for you.
Yeah.
I want to bring that up.
Yeah.
So how, if there are dads who are interested in, turning content creators, what do's, no do's you have for them?
I
That's
think
what-
before
is that
turning dad, you should be content creator. After that,
Yeah, that's a good question for me to ask. So you're a creator first or a dad first?
a creator first. Even before I was married, and then
Nice.
after that, very quick.
That's a good sign.
Yeah, then you need to be very well prepared for what's coming next. You see your stages changing, stages, you graduate so fast. You have to keep up with that.
Yeah.
Very easy.
Yeah.
Okay, it's time.
Are you able to hear him at this volume, both of them? Mine, this is okay? I will, it might sound like I'm screaming, but please
But
bear
then
with me.
you can't put it closer.
I
to us?
don't know, they don't want me to forward.
No? Okay.
They think I scream a lot, I guess. I have no idea what it is.
Okay, shall we start right now?
Rest.
Yes.
I'll give you a thumbs up. Shikha. You have to join.
All right.
Hey everyone, hi, I'm Shireen and I had marketing at KLAY and I'm super duper excited today to be here at Klayzo, our first ever play space. And guess what? Who I'm here with is even more exciting. I have two happening dads who've taken the world of Instagram by storm. Say hello to Naved
Hi.
and Ashish.
Hey.
A very quick intro about Naved and Ashish before I let them do it themselves. What do you get when you get role a marketing whiz, a dad, a content creator, and so much more into one? That's Naved Qureshi for you.
Hi.
And Ashish, I think he's more popular as a fit India ambassador, but also equally popular as a singer. And I'm just waiting to hear a lot more about them from there.
I'm good. It's still kept under the wraps.
I'm super excited to be here. I mean, this is such an amazing place to be here. And being with my friend here as well, I mean, he's an amazing guy. So thank you so much for inviting us here.
Oh, totally didn't expect the dad to checking in like this, but good to have BFF dads. Here with
It's
us.
very rare, when you find guys usually do not have that kind of camaraderie. I've seen maybe there are not many guys or dads who are out there in the social media, and it's very rare that you find them, and then you hit it off so well.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when we were trying to find fathers who we could speak to, it wasn't an easy task for us either because finding dads who have that tone of voice and command that respect is not easy. And I'm super thrilled that we have both of you managed to.
And also very similarly, we are content creators at the same time. We do amazingly well in our own profession. We are entrepreneurs of a kind. So yeah,
Yes, so please tell me a little bit about that.
So I've been running a flight training organization for 4 years now. 2021 is 4 years, yeah, of course. Yeah. And we've been training kids for pilots. So we are one of the 8 schools in the country which is recognized by DGCA. And apart from that, recently I've joined a public limited company as a director, and I'm helping them out in raising the finances, at the same time some investments. First round investment is going to be there next month, and I don't want to go on and on for that, but then yeah, we'll go public in a couple of years and I'm going to be instrumental in that. So, yeah.
Hold on, so doing all of this and a dad to not 1, not 2, but 3 children. How is that tripping for you?
Okay, so whenever I've been asked such a question, this question, it kind of it still bowls me over because I still feel that my twins are one because somehow I held them both together in my hand when they were born, when I was there in the delivery room, and it was very different. And yeah, when we were bombarded with this info in our very first time when we were we were preggers, when we got to know that we were preggers, me and Khushbu, that's when we also got to know that it's a twins. So it was not easy. It was like, okay, it was a double whammy. I'm like, okay, shall I be happy or shall I be like kind of stressed a little that it's gonna be twins? And
Yes, it's a hard journey.
and it's
with
the
one
first
kid.
delivery,
Yeah,
and we've
right.
been just married. So
Oh wow.
so
So were you nervous first or happy first?
that's why I'm still unable to
It's
understand what came first. What
So
came
that tells you a lot about how responsible Ashish is. Besides all that, he's managing and he's excelling everywhere, including business
Yeah.
and investors. If you're investing later in his business, that shows you how responsible he is.
Oh, yeah,
so
totally.
That's
Yeah.
my guy. That's my
So from conscious flying to conscious living and conscious marketing, now let's over to you. Tell us a bit about what you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm like you said, I'm a marketeer. I'm a marketing consultant. I consult a lot of companies, in India and across Southeast Asia and back. And some of them are Fortune 500. Besides that, I am also, like you already know, I'm a content creator as well. I talk sustainability. I talk fatherhood and a bit of fashion, and lifestyle because I'm a model as well. I do a lot of lifestyle modeling. Besides that, I am also a voice on sustainability.
I think you tell me what you're not. That this might just be shorter than what you are, right? Both of you.
But then, very frankly, like Naved has been very, a very diligent person. Like when I got to know him, I only met him in a social scenario, and when we got to know each other, he came across as a content creator, and that was a diligent one. And after that, when we got to know each other more and more, that's when I really understood that this is he's not just doing this, and it kind of raised the bars of respect and everything for everything else.
And that's what I mean. It's all about purpose, right? I mean, once you
Very
integrate,
true.
once you have that purpose in your mind, everything that you do is something different or something which people can relate with.
So take, a very interesting point that you brought about, right? But before we get further into purpose, those of you who are watching us live, please, drop in your questions. I'd be happy to take them up with our super dads here. And I'm getting back to purpose, right? It's interesting how both of you seem to be very clear on your purpose, but I will focus on the dad side of things.
Oh, yes.
How do you pass that on early enough to children? I mean, is it easy? Is it hard? I'm a mother too, and I still don't think I've been able to succeed in telling my child what purpose is. Forget what mine is, specifically. How do you do that as parents?
I'll tell you a story here, Shireen. Right from when he was born, Abir, my son, who's 10 and a half now, so I've been in front of the camera, like as a model, as a creator and all that. And he used to sit and observe right from his pram to now he's sitting and watching. And around 3 years back, he asked me a question saying that, hey, how is your, content and modeling helping the planet?
Wow.
And I was zapped.
Yeah.
I was saying that, my God, I mean, this is such a, it almost, had I been a little more emotional, it would have got me some tears and all that. But it really hit me. And, and that's when I realized that, while you think that kids, are just there doing their thing, they are your live, camera recording
Oh, yeah.
everything, webcam.
Very
They
true.
are recording everything
Very
and playing later in their mind and probably interpreting and making themselves who they have become. So I think it is just be very conscious that they are watching and they are learning and picking up everything that you do.
That you
Yeah.
it's more than
Everything.
preaching. It's
Yeah. So you lead by example. You do it and then they pick it up. So it's not about preaching and teaching and making them read books and all that. Just practice it and they get it.
That's amazing. That's very true. And I know I can imagine the 10 and a half piece because that's very preteen. The half is very important for them. So
He tells me, when I ask him how old is he, then I said 10. Then he corrects me, he says, no, 10 not 10, 10 and a half.
it's funny how they reach
Is he
the
also
curve and
January
then-
born?
No, he's October born.
Okay, like
Nice.
My God, this is going to be a handful.
Doing that with
I don't know whether to take that compliment or not.
doing that with a 10-year-old is one thing, but how do you explain content creation and why a certain kind, right? Like why fitness is so important, why what you do is so important, what's the purpose behind it? How do you do that with very young children? What are the questions they ask you?
So when initially they were seeing, like when they were growing up, they were seeing me that morning I'm going every time, dropping them to the bus. And sometimes, initially when they were like preschool, so at that time when they were like, or not even 3, we used to take them with our car and drop them to the preschool and everything. That time it was actually for me also somehow the time changed. And then when I got busy, they were also growing up. And sometimes I'm not in town. So then they ask, Mama, where's Dad? Why is he not dropping us? This is not good. He should be here when we are going to school, and he should be here when we come back from school at least. And she's like, no, he has gone there to Delhi or to Bombay or anywhere. And then they're like, we also wanted to go. Why is he going alone? So they need to understand that work is something else. And it might be challenging, it might take up a lot more of your time than it's expected. And when I do things like when I was on a call, and somehow kind of I wasn't very great while talking at that point of time, somehow for a change. I'm not just saying it, but really I'm very calm and composed. But then it kind of got on my nerves a little bit. Something maybe sometimes it happens at work. And then they're like, "Why were you shouting?" And I'm like, "No, I wasn't shouting. I was just trying to make him understand. No, this is not the way that you understand. If you shout at me like this, I will hit you." I'm like, "Oh, that was a pretty strong statement." So I was like, "No, I'm not going to do that." Like, then why do you want the other person to hate you? I'm like, "No, I will not do it. I will be much more careful." So now, when you say that, how you growing up as a parent, what's your journey? I think this is something which I'm also learning from them. I'm evolving as a parent, as a father every day while being a father. And to learn from somewhere and to imply and to put it on them, more than that, I'm actually learning a lot from them as well.
No, absolutely. I mean, very honestly, we adults, we see most of the time, get flown by paychecks. These guys, the children, they see purpose.
Oh, yes.
Oh, they keep
Yes,
grounding you
purpose
back.
very-
I like how you said it, right? Like they are your live webcam 24/7. They're just reflecting back at you what you're doing.
That's something I'll take it back home with me. That's hot. That they're actually the camera who's recording, and because you need to be very careful. I understood it like with time that they're actually, because my girls now that they're 6 and they have a mind of their own, very like they speak up and then they kind of go against me without even any hesitation. so
Hold up.
Yeah.
It's on runway right now. Your flight is on the runway right now. Once you start flying, you'll see now.
And bro, I'll tell you, like girls are like even more somehow, very candid. They will not miss their words. So I've seen that. Like the guys can be a bit more. They will kind of hold themselves back, be a bit more respectful, and because I'm actually I have siblings. I'm the youngest sibling. I've got elder brother and a sister, and they have like a little bit more older kids, and older than your kids also, and so I've seen the whole progression. I've seen the whole journey of a parent, and I've seen that how kids grow up, teenagers are like kind of tough to handle. I've seen, I think another 3 years or something. You're also there.
So I feel it already.
Yeah. I think preteens is the new teens and everything else.
And I've seen it. I think that I've learned it. I've absorbed it, and I'm gonna be like hands-on when my stage comes. If that's that
All
age.
the best, all the best.
But exactly, as you said rightly, I'm sure it's gonna be definitely a topsy-turvy, and it's gonna be like rolling me over. So,
But
Yeah, I mean,
so
I-
talking about examples, right? So you have your dads to look up to,
Yes.
and you have your own sense of parenting, sense of what a dad should be. How much of your dads are you, and what are you consciously trying not to be of your dad? A bit of a tough question, but maybe I think as a parent myself, I always evaluate what of my mom would I not want to be. So what of your dad do you want to be definitely and not want to be?
so I'll answer.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I see. My father has been one of the the 360-degree person. But having said that, he used to lose his cool. So maybe now I can connect. Maybe that's how I also lost my cool. I never forgot. So that's something which I have, and not ever on anybody at home, not ever on my mother, not ever on us, but he will just give that look when we be like, behaving not so good,
Okay.
for the lack of words.
I can imagine.
Yeah, so me, my brother, my sister, and all of us like kind of the same age group, And my brother is like, like me and him used to fight a lot.
Mhm.
So his elder used to be like bossy and all that, and me being me, a scorpion, and I was like, no, I'm not ready to take it. Even though I'm younger, I'm not taking it. And then there used to be a fight. Although physically I was always being assaulted by him. I was not as strong as him. But I used to just throw tantrums. I used to be like that. And my dad, when he used to enter, he'll just look at us like this, and we're like, oh, damn, this is the time we wrap ourselves up. So that is something I kind of feel that in a balanced way, it's important for kids to know that parents can get angry at you and they need to, set themselves up right. So that is one thing. But at the same time, what little bit I would not want to be of my dad is he was super busy. I want to take out that kind of time for my kids, and that's why I think maybe making up for that, I sometimes kind of postpone a little bit of my work wherever I can, not at the cost of work.
Yeah.
But I would like to spend that time with the kids. So that's something which I learned from my dad not to do, because he was dedicated towards his work much more.
Right.
Because maybe at the back of his head, he had this thought that my mother, who was like a super mom, super duper mom, I would say, and so she was so hands-on. She was taking care of us so single-handedly, very well.
Right.
And our grandparents were also there with us. That he was kind of maybe a bit relaxed on that part, on that aspect of life.
Right.
And given like those times, it was not easy. And that too, he's an officer, like he's a retired officer now. So you know how it is with the government. You cannot dictate your own terms. You have.
So yeah, I like how very interesting point, right? While you still have a very busy life, a very thriving work life, and a private life as a creator, you're also managing time well enough to ensure you give your children the time that you probably would have craved from your father. Great point. What about you, Manu?
I mean, I have a completely opposite, story of Ashish. My dad was mellow.
Okay.
And very. I don't remember. I mean, as far as my memory goes, that he's even raised his voice on us.
Wow.
Okay. And very doing the right thing kind of a guy. So I think that is what kind of I really liked about him, and he dealt with anything in a very right way. Maybe sometimes it was far too much, but the other thing, I mean, that came along with the nature also was that he wasn't expressive.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
While he did now, when I think back and retrace what all went into our lives, now I know he's done so much, but all behind the scenes.
Right.
Yeah.
After becoming dads, we realized.
Yeah, that's when we realized that it hits us even, my God. I mean, this is what all this while he was doing, without even
All this while he was going through.
going through all that, and we
You
didn't
never
even know.
knew, right?
Yeah, and that is probably I would like to not be, because it's something. Then one part of it is missing. That thing that hey, dad, fine, I can take my dad for granted, right? He never spoke about what he's going through. He never spoke about how much he loved, being with us while he was doing everything. And I think that is what I want to not be. I want to be very expressive.
Sure.
While I want to be, of course, there are values, purpose and all that, which naturally came to me from my dad. But I would want to be communicative. I would want to talk to him and bring him into my world as well. A lot of parents, what they do, both sides. One is your parent, dad. Another one is that the parents enter into the kid's world and then they make their world, their world sometimes. Two involved, and two uninvolved. What I want to be is I want him into my world as well, and communicate with him and tell him what's happening around and all that. So prepare him for what real world is.
Yeah.
You know, neither scare him and not keep him completely aloof.
Aloof.
Yeah.
You know,
So
and-
those dads who just joined us, if you missed what came earlier, excellent insights and nuggets that of wisdom. Be communicative with your child. Be expressive with your child. Still try the dad look, like Ashish says, once in a while that dad look
Definitely, very
still
important.
works. And take time out for your children, guys. There's no compromise on that. Okay. And we have a question from a user. So before I proceed, I'll pick that up quickly. Rohit asks that do you have to fight for attention between your partner and you for the kids' attention? So, do you need to constantly say, hey, I'm also here, or how does that work? I mean, basically rephrasing that, do you feel sometimes your partner gets jealous when you get the attention and vice versa?
Okay, see, jealousy is an integral part of human nature. Let's accept it, please.
Yes.
Yeah. If you saying that, hey, no, nobody's jealous, you're lying. Okay, so it does happen. But you know what? You need to, for me, how it works for me is that I prioritize my partner.
Right.
Okay, my attention, because she's the one who got him into the world. Okay, she has been my love before he came in, and he needs to see that. Okay,
I agree with that.
and once that is established, that hey, I'm talking to you, I'm communicating with you, and he automatically gives us both the attention. I also tell him that, hey, if mom requires something, please take care of that. Okay, so he is being second me when I'm not around. Okay, and that completely works. There's no jealousy, because I am giving attention to my partner, and genuinely so. Okay, and
I can vouch for that. I can see you're an energetic person.
and then he sees that and he gives equal attention,
Right.
and while he also respects what I do, the entire thing. So that it's a very, very valid and very, very, whoever's asked that, what's his name?
Rohit.
Rohit. I mean, I think amazing question. I think a lot of parents grapple with that.
Yeah.
And what do I do? Am I distancing myself from my child, not paying him attention, and what should I? How should I? I should be involved, not involved, and all that. I think very valid question. For me, this equation works. It could
Right.
work, differently for different people.
Yeah. What's your take, Ashish?
So I first of all, like, a very funny story I'll tell you. Like two days back we were just walking. So it was only my son.
Mhm.
So Kirat Arjun is his name. So Kirat Arjun, me and Kushu, and then Kushu got a call and she had to take it up. And then he was still like, Mama, this Mama. I'm like, talk to me also. I'm also there. She's busy. Why you like only all about Mama? So I kind of reacted like that, and then I thought to myself, I'm behaving like a child. Because I'm so used to getting that attention from my daughters.
Right. Yeah.
So my son is all about his mama, and I don't know, it might sound a bit cliche, but I think I've seen that girls are more towards dads and guys are towards.
No, it's just bad. I think actually you're absolutely right. I think it's about balance.
It's about
it's balance. I mean, the world operates on balance and counterbalance. If this, so.
But having said that, he is somebody who will not sleep unless I'm also around till the time I put them to bed. My girls were like that way, is very very nice and naive that my partner will say, she'll be like, okay, Dada is coming, don't worry, and you sleep, and he'll come and he'll kiss you good night and sleep after that. I used to do that, of course, but this guy, he'll be like, no, where is Dada? I want to know. So
I'll tell you, I'll because 5 years ahead of you, that while he is very attached, emotionally to mom, and he'll display that, but ultimately he would want to become you.
yes, I can see that right now.
Yeah.
Also.
So be very.
Mom's perspective, I have a 13-year-old, and till about 4 years ago, 3 years ago, it was all about mama and everything. Now suddenly it's changed.
Everything all about
Everything's about, okay, the way his dad lays his clothes out, this guy's mimicking exactly that. So kids flip after a certain
Webcam is
point,
double
boys
webcam is
want
on.
to look,
Yeah, we like
look
that.
to their dads and be like their dads.
I
Absolutely
still
valid.
understand that. I still see it. He's just turned 4 2 months ago, and before that itself, like almost from last 1 year, I've been noticing that he's like, okay, I'm also wearing green like Dada. So I used to take it as like, I was like smiling, I was happy. Then I realized that he's, trying to do it every time. So he's trying to be like that. I'm also strong. See, I'm also doing. Then he starts doing push-ups sometimes. I'm like, why are you doing that? Like, yeah, I saw you in the gym doing that. I'm like, oh, that day when I took you because you were too cranky to leave me. So I took him and then he must have noticed. So what kids notice, what they see, as you rightly said, they're just camera. They need to be very cautious about what you're portraying, what you're being like, because they will learn from the example, how you're leading it, and how not what you're telling them.
And so while we are on the setting habits and setting examples, what is the one thing both of you do consciously to set it? You know, you were A before you had the son, you had the child, and it changed completely because now you're more conscious of setting that example. It could be in terms of food habits, daily routines, some change that you had to bring or did bring by your own volition in your lives to set an example for your children. Is there anything that comes to mind?
I would say that, yeah, even if there is some kind of disagreement between the partners, like me and the wife, so we delay it discussing, not in front of them.
Okay.
So we make sure that kids don't see that because they idolize us as those loving couples and they like love the whole idea of seeing both of us like that. And
Right.
they are like, for them, I think that has become the main motive of life to get married and live with the loved one that you have in life somehow. I don't know. So maybe so unconsciously or something like without even planning, we kind of gave that idea to them that we are loving and we love each other and that's how we love you also and everything. So it's like kind of the safe environment that you're in.
Yeah.
So, but then disagreements are a part of life.
Yeah.
So once if she will say something, I'll keep quiet, which is not me. I would have never done that earlier. Now I keep quiet. I'm like, okay, later we'll discuss that.
Nice.
So
Okay.
that's the kind of maturity has come to me because of my kids. So
I hope your wife's hearing this and she'll keep that in mind in the future.
Yeah.
Because remember you said this on camera.
And that's his
You can't
weakness.
take that back.
That's his weakness. Okay, you want to say something, just say it in front of the kids. He will come back to you.
he's being too smart. Forget it.
What about you now?
So no, for me it's been very simple. It's been just change in the timings and schedules.
Right.
That's about it. Being independent, I could schedule my things according to my own accord and all that. Now I if I want him to experience something which I think will add a lot of value to him, I kind of delay it, or maybe non-school times and Sundays, Saturdays, and so on and so forth. That's the only thing. I've kind of reshuffled my schedule in such a way that I can accommodate him, also experience things that I am experiencing. Being a creator, I kind of travel, I go to a lot of places and all that. If I think it's relevant, for example, here, I wanted him to come here as well, but fortunately, very honestly, he's actually performing as well. He's a great singer, so he has a performance at 1 o'clock, and you should talk to him as well.
Oh, definitely, I would love to.
So he's going there, so he was kind of practicing in the morning. So I said,
Wow, so we're going to have two content creators out of that family very soon.
and he's an artist. I mean, if it naturally comes to him, if
Nice.
people like it,
It's very natural in front of the camera also. I've seen.
Yeah, so that brings me to my next question, right? How, I'm sure your kids already see this a lot because of the sheer nature of your work. And as parents, we have apprehensions of, is it too early, is it too late to expose them to the world of social media? How quickly do I give a phone, take it away, responsibilities, all of the big bang online world. So where do you draw the line on that? How do you balance it? How do you, for example, your son says, hey, listen, I want a smartphone. I know he has an account of his own, social media account of his own.
But he does not operate.
He does not operate, exactly. So how do you draw the line on that? How do you stop them from saying, hey, too early, dude, hold on. You can become an influencer, but at its own time. How do you do that?
Yes, so it's very simple. I mean, of course, like I said, we are very transparent and communicative. We actually told him what really happens online if you're by yourself.
Right.
It's too early for you. He does not have a smartphone, but he has a normal chota wala Nokia phone. We can, because when he's away, we could actually communicate with him. So that is, there's no smartphone. Also, all the social channels are child locked as well. To a certain age, YouTube is there. It will not go beyond it as well. So while he also needs to understand, and I need to make other parents clear as well, that social media or internet or online is going to be the way of life. Okay, there's no denying it. If you're living in denial that, hey, this child, I'm never going to be exposed to social media, that's wrong. In fact, if you keep them naive about what's happening, on social media or not make
They
them
might
exposed
get exposed in a different way.
in a different
Yeah.
world. Yeah.
Yeah.
So education and informing and saying that what happens, what could you do, and why should you not do this, and why should you do this
Mhm.
is very important. People, I mean, he learns a lot from YouTube.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I want him to be there. He's already started coding few things by himself right now. I want him to do that.
Correct.
You know, he's today morning he kind of recreated his friends, you know, 3 friends on ChatGPT on an image, and was showing it to me, saying that hey, how beautiful it is, nice, no? I said yeah, it's nice, but this is not art. He's also an artist. He draws things as well.
Right.
But I said, you know, this is not art. You've created for fun, but try and draw something like this as well. He said yes, that's a good one. You know, so you need to also be conscious on
It's
where
a
to
very
draw
good
lines.
Lovely, very, very valid point, right?
Good
Make
balance.
them aware and set limits, set the context very well. And I think I like what you said at the start, being completely transparent and honest with your child, educating them about the ills of the online world versus completely protecting or alienating them. I love that. What about you? Because it's a different age group, different questions.
They don't know much about social media as
Okay.
such. They
Okay.
know YouTube, of course.
Yeah.
We count that as social media, but it's kind of something which they watch it for their, as he also said, their age group.
Yeah.
They watch like the YouTube kids is in the age group of what they are.
Mhm.
And they actually, the first exposure to screen was when they were seeing my videos. So when they saw all of that, and then they're like, okay, so for them it comes very easy to know that their parents can be, because in many of my videos, mainly all my videos rather, my wife is there.
Yeah.
So they have seen it, and one of the videos mainly, usually which I had shot in the US, was with other creators and singers over there in the US. So that's when you know they will know that this is something which they love to adapt, and how lucky and fortunate I've been that they have adapted the fact that I want to sing. So what they have got, what got their attention is they want to be talented. With that, they want to be seen and known.
Nice.
So-
Nice.
so-
The purpose, again, coming back to where we started, the purpose of what you're doing.
And then my, you know, out of the 2 twins, so Sufi said that I want to sing like Dada, and then Soleh said that I want to dance like Mama. So fine. I'm glad that they don't want to be seen as such over there, but then they want to learn the art.
Right.
And they're very happy about the fact. So when they see some of the scenes now, they see, okay, what are you being awarded? So I'm like, I'm at the UN. What is UN? Like, they have recognized me for what I have done with my music. I've done for Sustainable Development Goals.
Right.
So I just wanted to inform all of you.
Okay.
So for that, I was being, you know, recognized.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations, Ashish. Yeah.
So I was felicitated there in the UN with my effort, with my songs, and my album was recognized and was playing all over the world. My
Yes.
songs were, some Kannada songs are right now in the school education board, and they play some of the songs because they're about education. So then they're like very happy, and they're like, okay, my ma'am, she asked me, okay, your dad is a singer. I'm like, they were very young that time. They were in LKG 2 years back, and then she said, yeah, my dad is a singer. He sings at home. How do you know? So she's like, no, I've seen him, and he's, you know, we know his song also. Then they came back, and they're like, they know your song. How come that? How come they know you? Then I'm like, yeah, it's just that I do what I love to do, and I think I did well. Maybe
Right.
that's how they know me.
That's amazing, right? Because the focus is not on the attention you're getting, but the reason why you're getting that attention,
Yes.
and it's talent based. It comes from a place of skill and purpose. Excellent point. I want to move quickly to the last segment because I think there's a hard stop we've got. Before that, another user question, right? Someone, I think I missed the name, but wants to know what is that one life skill you want the children to learn to get them ready for the future? One life skill.
I have 2 answers for it, very honestly. You know, life skill definitely is you know something in terms of interaction. You know, be out there and you know don't be in your world. If the question is towards specialization, I would say don't push them towards specialization
Right.
or whatever.
Okay.
No, let them explore, let them learn, be the you know, facilitator and advisor, and let them explore what they want to do. inculcate that freedom into them that hey, let me try this, in everything
Right.
else as well. Don't stop. One thing that I want, a quality that my child must have is conscious integrity, which I call saying that hey, you be authentic wherever you are.
Right.
You know, in person, online, on field, or wherever you are, just have similar conscious identity and feel free to express yourself because everyone is unique.
Yeah.
So that quality, if you kind of inculcate in a person, I think they don't feel inferior or competitive or anything else, and they just explore and believe in their art and talent or whatever.
Lovely. So power of authenticity, being yourself, and being able to get along with others. I think that's what you were saying. Just be able to, be out there, know people, get along with them, empathize.
Yeah, provide them the opportunity to connect with others. You know, so places like this, where they connect with kids and everywhere else as well. Just provide them opportunity to connect with others because that's where the collaborative, think. That's why.
Very well articulated, Naved. And as you said, rightly said, provide them with the canvas basically where they want to build their lives in. I would like to say that the only thing that matters to me is sticking to the value and the belief system
Right.
that they have, that over a period of time with family, with everyone they have created of their own. Because sometimes even as adults, we sometimes kind of doubt ourselves.
Yeah.
Like sometimes people say, okay, you're like this, like the world is going further and people do this and that, and you're still sticking to the old age belief system. Sometimes you feel maybe are you missing out on something. So I was yesterday night only, me and wifey were sitting like downstairs, and then we were just like over time she just told me very clearly, like okay, I want to discuss with you something, but I'm like not as a wife or something that you start preaching me the way you do, like not that I do.
You got.
Like, as a friend, can you advise me? I'm like, and then suddenly I kind of flipped that part of mine. I'm like, okay, fine, let me be the way I was, because my most prominent personality is of a friend. That's what I've been, and that's how me and her we kind of clicked so well, and all these years, last 8 years of our lives, we have been like that. And so she said, okay, be like the way you were always, and don't think that I'm gonna be like I'm also a mature person. So relax. Just tell me, like sometimes I feel that people say, okay, you're like very you're somebody who's very traditional. And don't you think that like the girls your age are like having a great time apart from being teenagers, and also you are being traditional, you're more with the family, you have those value systems, which are definitely, they will not say that value system is wrong, but then they will put it in a way that you might feel that okay, is it bad? And then are you missing out? Are you being too old fashioned? And she said, I was very confident earlier, I used to just smirk and say, oh, that's how I am. But now I sometimes feel, am I missing out on something by being like this?
Right. Yeah.
And that was a very pertinent question. It was a very valid question. I said, I think what you feel. You tell me first of all that. Like, I'm like, are you happy? Are you satisfied in the way you're living your life? She's like, I am very happy. I love to take care of my kids. I love to juggle between my work and because she is an interior designer.
Right.
She left it for a while when the second one was happening. Second one hasn't been third. Second time. Yeah. So then she left it, and now she's restarted around a few months back.
Right. So you're saying your core belief system, your principles, always check back on it. As long as you have that defined, I think any distraction, diversion, questions in your mind get answered very well.
I'm very happy. And then when I come back, when the parents are there, either side of the parents, I really love to be with them. Love to, and for her, the biggest stress buster is cooking. So she cooks, whenever she's cooking, I'm like, okay, she's stressed.
I hope your wife is watching all this, okay? He's going to get a ton of brownie points for saying wifey like so many times today. Totally, you should get the brownie.
Oh, yeah.
I'll not
Somebody
order
told me
food
last week that you need to wear a plate. Okay, I'm the husband. Now I know why. Maybe I don't know.
But that's a nice thing, right? I'm just helping get the brownie from you. But before we close, I want to do a very quick rapid fire. And I'm trying to keep this as short as possible and fun. Okay, so
Rapid
please
fire.
keep your answers super short.
Brace yourselves.
Yes, my God.
So, dad and child trip or family trip? Dad and child trip or family trip?
Dad and child. Family.
Family trip. Okay. Diaper bag, backpack, diaper bag, sling bag. What did you use or what were you using when you were little?
Sling bag.
Sling bag?
For?
Diaper bag?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Backpack?
Yeah.
What songs on your playlist now which your son and you listen to today?
Oh my God, this is various. I mean,
What's your yearworm right now?
a pretty little baby. We're just singing it.
Oh, thanks for please get it on it. What about you?
1,000 years.
Oh,
I love you for 1,000 more.
So the girls sing along? I mean, like try to sing
yes.
along?
And
Yeah.
Dive the Smile is their
Oh,
favorite for a while.
nice.
And,
Bruno
and-
Mars is fans across India.
Yes, so I'm singing with both my daughters, and I did not realize while listening to them, my younger one, Kiratarjun, also has learned a lot of the song. Now he also said, I'm like, when did you learn that?
Okay, so what makes you go on? Whatever he says does. Last time you went on for what?
Well, nothing. I mean, he has this standard thing that when he sleeps, he just does this palm, this and all that. When he was born, he did this as well. Now he's 10-year-old, he still does that. And says, oh my God, why? Just stay here. Don't grow. Just stay here.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, so that makes me.
I think
go
bedtime
everywhere.
looks are just.
Yeah, every other is just this and this is all. Not change at all. So yeah.
What are your 3 odds?
So my youngest one I'll start with because he's still in that age where some things are very unplanned, and he's so he kind of in the middle of the night he comes most of the night he comes walking from his room, comes lies down next to his mom and kisses her everywhere possible and then sleeps. I'm like, wow, that's beautiful. Like, and he's still asleep. He's not awake. And then the other two, like with the girl, like one my older twin, she laughs in the sleep, and she laughs with her her voice is very sweet voice she has. It's just so sweet to hear her laughing. And the other one, she's like just lying down, and she's so peaceful, she's so calm. I just look at her. Wow. I wish I had that kind of sleep sometime.
I know. Oh, don't we all wish for that? And what's your go-to dad distraction? Are you like really overwhelmed? Everything's too much. What's your breakaway?
It's either a quick breath work 10-15 minutes or a quick 10-15 minutes gym. I sometimes invite my son to do it along with me because I think I want him to learn self-care as well.
Nice.
So yeah.
For me also, just hitting the gym, sometimes maybe just jogging is easiest because for hitting the gym I kind of need to warm up a little. For jogging I just quickly do my stretches and start running, and then as soon as I run maybe like a kilometer or so, I kind of already my head is clear and it's very light.
Right. Okay. And I borrowed a question from your podcast. By the way, those of you who haven't seen it, please hit this podcast up. Some very interesting people he's covered it. Beautiful questions. So picking up from there, is it a dad's world or mom's world?
Mom's world all the time.
Oh, come on. We'll come back to that.
Because mom is my world, and yeah, so mom's world. Yeah.
So for us as kids,
As dads, do you think out there it's a dad's world or it's a mom's world? Like a man's world or a woman's world?
oh no question, it's a woman's world out there, all out.
So I mean,
Like we are just living in it.
our women are our world.
Oh,
so
that's
that
sweet.
makes sense, right? So
On a very serious note, if you come to think of it, there's nothing that you can do if the women is not around. And women are running the world. We are just actually surviving because of that.
But tell me, like,
Yeah,
let's be honest.
I'm-
Yeah, I said rapid fire, but I'm extending this a bit. When you are doing the usual stuff that a mom does, don't you get that, oh my god, you're so hands-on woman? I'm sure
hands-on,
you've
but
seen
then we kind of like, I kind of am taken aback by the fact that they do it every damn day in, day out.
No, I have
lot
a point of view here.
One of the days we do it and we are like overwhelmed.
No, I have a point of view here. It's a balance. It's a balance that you need to draw. If a partner is doing something, for example, good combat.
Right, yeah,
That's a
yeah,
balance.
yeah,
That's a
absolutely.
yin yang. That's a balance. And so, if somebody is taking care of something else, you automatically take care of the other thing to balance it.
Very true.
So it's all
That comes
about
naturally,
balance.
yeah.
It's all about balance. If you are traveling the world, somebody has to be the world. If that sets the balance in, she's the world. Then. So that's about. I think it's about balance. There's
And
nothing.
if it goes unsaid, like we don't plan and that's how it works, that's where the camaraderie and the understanding between the partners come in the picture. And if you have that, I feel the best parents are the ones who are, having that thing amongst them.
Right, fair. Thank you so much for that. So those of you who are watching us live, I know there are a bunch of questions, and I wish I had like a couple more hours to do this, but unfortunately, no, all of us have hard stops. But before we sign off from Klayzo, please follow us at klayzo.play and KLAY Preschools. This is Klayzo. Please bring your younger ones to come play with Zoe. That's Zoe for you. And we have a ton of activities. Hit us up at the handle and you can book your own time slots. Come see us. But before we go, I have one request from the audience here in online as well. Can we hear you sing? Because it would be unfair to not get to hear you live before we sign off.
Okay, what was the kind of song that you want to hear? Like Hindi, English, Kannada?
What you'd love, whatever makes you happy. And what reminds you of your children, maybe, or makes you think of your children when you sing. I'll leave that to you.
Okay, that's kind of very, suddenly thrown at you. And
Oh, whatever
you're
you
not
like, what are you last
prepared.
humming?
So one stanza, one. That's it.
Okay, so then clap with me. It's a song which my kids have been dancing to since they were 2 and even till now. So, देखो देखो क्या पेड़ है चादर ओढ़े या खड़ा कोई बारिश है आसमान ने खोल दिए हैं नल खुले कहीं ओ हमें से देखे ये जहां है ऐसा ही ऐसी नजर अपनी खुल के सोचे आओ रंग जरा फैलाओ रंग नए बिखराओ चलो 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 नए खान खुलने मम्मा बोले मस्ती में डोले मम्मा बोले मस्ती में तू डोल रे
Thank you all. Lovely talking to you on that very harmful, very beautiful note. Thank you so much for watching us live. Bye, everybody.
Bye everyone.
Bye everyone.
Good.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I extended because your live started very, very late. Very late. I started seeing the questions of 15 minutes after. Yes.
Oh wow.
That's the reason when you came at 5. Yeah.
I knew it would go like
I wasn't able to see the live there to join also for about 15 minutes. Yes, please. So, abhi, I hope
it's covered.
it's covered because can one of you step out and see if it's still showing there?